Greetings and salutations, folks, and welcome once again, as always, to another helping of Mr H's Hot Pot. You join me today, sat in the old jalopy in a country park in Chorley, in Lancashire, where it's a fine, fettling day. It's absolutely gorgeous out there, and once I've made this video, I'm going to get out and stretch the old legaroonies and go for a bit of a bimble. But I just thought, while I'm here, I'd treat myself and I'd pick up a pie from Handley's Bakery, which is located on Pall Mall in Chorley. It's a pie shop that I have reviewed before. Pick up a pie and have a bit of a catch up, because I've not been in front of the camera for a while. I've not done a video for a bit, or should I say I've not uploaded a video for a bit. And the reason for that has been twofold. I had a bit of a run of bad luck, and then I was due to go away on holiday in France over to Disneyland Paris. Mrs H wanted to scratch a Disneyland itch and get a fix, so we had that already booked for Easter. Now, prior to that, about 2-3 weeks before that, I was severely ill. All my eyes was bloodshot and there was water in, and I was just lethargic. I was just wiped out on the couch. Obviously, it was something that little Toby James had brought in from school, and because he's much younger than me, he was able to get rid of it a lot quicker than I was. So I nursed him back to health, as you do. He had a couple of days off school, and once he was ready, he went back in fine fettle. But Mrs H then came down with it, and inevitably I ended up coming down with it. Meanwhile, little Toby, he's working on full power, and you're like, Toby, I've not got patience for this, lad. I've not got patience for it. I'm not well. Also, around that time, the old jalopy, the one I'm currently sat in, she decided to come out in sympathy with me, and I ended up with an engine warning light. So I was driving around on that for a bit. Because we was due to go over to France, I couldn't fix it, because I needed to obviously investigate it and roll sleeves up and all that, so I wasn't able to do that. So I was having to drive around. I was having to be economical, because what was happening, because as it turned out, I had a misfire in one of my cylinders. She was eating petrol, and she was becoming less economical than a 2-litre car. And I was actually watching the needle go down, and with all this business that's going off over in the Middle East, it wasn't the right fault to have, really. So I had to wait until I returned home, and then I got in and sorted it out. It turned out to be a dirty spark plug, so 15 quid, new set of spark plugs, rolled my sleeves up, got stuck in under the bonnet, and she's running fine now. Put a bit of Red X in the old tank and give it the injectors a bit of a clean, and it should be okay. But I think I'll break the pie out at this juncture. Here we go, one of Handley's finest. As I said, I have reviewed them before, so I won't be doing a pie review. But here we go, and just for you, Josh Lunt, da-da-da-da-da-da-da, I'll give you that one for free. It is piping hot. Just do the back of the hand test. That wasn't clever, was it? I'll just put that there and let it cool down, and we'll carry on with our little chat and catch up. Now, when I went over to France, I didn't do any videos as such. I don't video Disneyland and Disney World when we go, simply because you guys, as my viewers, don't tend to watch them. They do poorly, and that's fair enough. You're into your local history, you're into your Fred Dibner and pie reviews and things like that, which is fair enough. But the Disneyland ones, there's vloggers out there who just basically dedicate their channels to that genre, so there's no point me trying to muscle in. They can do those videos a lot better than I ever could, so that's the reason I don't do it. However, I did do a couple of videos at Dunkirk, because what we do, we travel to France via the Channel Tunnel, and we have a stop off in Dunkirk for a couple of days, recharge our batteries, then on to Paris, and then we do the same thing in reverse. Now, all along the coast though at Dunkirk, stretching all the way through to Belgium, because you're very close to the Belgian border, and then back towards Calais, there's lots of old World War II German fortifications, the old bunkers, the gun encasements, because it was part of the Atlantic Wall. Rommel and Hitler expected an attack coming from there, because it's the shortest distance between France and Britain, and he heavily fortified that area. So all the bunkers are still there. Obviously all the guns have gone, they've long gone, but many of the bunkers due to the French's lackadaisical attitude towards health and safety, you can still get in a lot of them, and that's what me and Toby did. We really enjoyed having a good mooch around in these bunkers. Many of them now are filled with sand and you have to sort of crawl in them, as you'll see in the upcoming video that I'm currently editing up. So I have done 1 or 2 videos over there, but I haven't done anything from Disneyland, as like I say, you don't seem to be interested in that genre of video, which is fair enough. Anyway, I'm now going to have a look at this pie and I'm going to bite into it because it should be a little bit cooler. And I'm also famished, Hot Potters. I'm absolutely starving. Oh, it's a little bit hot, that. I better break the old Diet Pepsi out and have a swig. Ooh. Still a bit hot. Now, when I went to Handley's, I was in for a bit of a shock. Because last time I went there, the pies were £1.98. Get in. Pie under £2, only just, but that would do for me, and that's why I've been back today. However, they've shot up to £2.65. They're slowly getting up there with the rest of them, aren't they? You know, it's becoming a luxury, a pie. It really is, and it smashes the glass ceiling. However, it tastes just as good, so I'll treat myself. Why not? When all said and done, if you can't treat yourself to a pie, it comes to something, doesn't it? It really does. But yeah, that's why I've been away from the camera. I've not given up on YouTube. I do enjoy YouTube. However, things come first. You know, your family, if you're ill, etc., etc. At times, I do envy the YouTubers who simply dedicate their whole life to YouTube. You know, they just go around and that's all they have to do. They don't have any family commitments, etc., etc. But I wouldn't be without my family. If I had a choice, I know which one I'd pick, and it'd be my family every time. But I do envy them sometimes, as they seem to not have a care in the world, do they? And at times it feels like things conspire against Mr. H, whether the gods up there, down below, wherever they are, conspire to stop me doing what I want to do. No doubt retirement will come at some point, Hot Potters, and then I can do what I want, can't I? Anyway, that's it. It's just a quick video. I say a quick video. It's now clocking on for 8 minutes, this. But just to explain where I've been and why I've been away from the camera. Anyway, I'm now going to tuck into this pie. Hopefully, it'll cool down enough for me to at least get the edges, because as I say, I'm famished. That's it from me for now. Keep an eye out for those videos from France, which will get out there, and I'll slot them in between doing other stuff. But for now, from a very sunny day here in a country park in Chorley, it is bye-bye for now.